Okay, hello again. Day number 4. Let's see, what is today's date? The 30th of March. 30th of March, 2017. So I guess I'm going to tell you guys about my day first because one of my friends called me this morning and he wanted to tell me how much of a doozy of a day that he's had. He's actually my brother, basically. His name's Lane. He's known me since I was like 5. We've been best friends. We live like 6 miles away, which isn't very far. He lives 5 minutes away. I'm like always at his house. I lived there for a long time, so he's on spring break right now, and he went down to Florida for spring break. And he was with his girlfriend. And he's flying. He flew down to Florida for, because his girlfriend's name is Mallory. Mallory has parents down there, so they went down there and had a little mini vacation and enjoyed themselves and stuff like that. Well, they were flying back today. And for some reason, I don't know where Lane gets it, but he seems to lose his wallet when we really need him to not lose his wallet. It's just like inevitable. It's like, Lane, don't lose your wallet. And for some reason, it's just like magic. It just disappears into thin air. So for some reason that always happens. But when that happens, he had to get onto the flight. Well, if you don't know, to get onto a plane, you need some form of like a photo identification of some sort, just to help hurry up the process and stuff like that. Well, he had to explain to them that he lost his. And upon explaining, he had to talk to like Homeland Security and a bunch of security guards, just to see who, just so they know that he's not a terrorist or anything like that, that actually is Lane. So they're asking him all these questions, and the first question they ask him is, when's your birthday, Lane? And he blanked on it for about a solid 5 seconds. Yeah. How do you blank on your birthday? Little do I know, but I don't know, he's a goofy kid, and all said and good, but this morning he called me and he told me that I need to overnight his birth certificate to him, so that's what I had to do today. I had to go to his house, pick up his birth certificate, and send it to him in Ohio, because he's a goofball, but love him to death. Just wanted to share that quick story with you, because thought it was quite funny and hysterical. Next thing I wanted to share was, I have other family. I don't know, my biological father's side. I barely know anything about my biological father, to be honest. I know his name. I've talked to him once, and as of recently, I finally had a conversation with my real dad. Yeah, that was weird. 19 years and don't talk to your dad, and then out of nowhere have him call you. That was strange. I tell you that much. That was kind of heart-wrenching. It was really weird, and I didn't like it. But with that came other family. I got to know my cousins, my yaya, which is Japanese for my grandma. I get to finally meet them, hopefully. I mean, I talked to them on the phone, I have them on Facebook. But if you didn't know, they're Hawaiian. A lot of them are Hawaiian. I have a lot of Hawaiian influence in me. Portuguese, actually, too. But they live in California, which is like cultural overload. If you ever go to California, there's so much culture and so much to do in California. It's just awesome. It's kick-ass. I recommend anybody who wants to just learn about everything all at once, go to California. It's the beasties. But my cousin she's kick-ass. She decided that she wants to send me some stuff from California. I'm a big Spam. I love Spam. Spam's really good. That's, like I said, Hawaiian. Hawaiians love Spam. It's like heaven upon earth. But no, she's gonna send me some Spam and a couple other things like Korean seaweed. Sorry, I have an itch. Yeah. A couple other things. So I'm really excited for that. I'm actually going to try them on cam in front of you guys, just because I haven't tried them yet. I've had Spam, just not this type of Spam. But a couple other things I'll try on camera in front of you guys. I can't remember the term that she used, but there's a certain term for basically eating a bunch of food in front of you guys, just to tell you what I think about it, but that's really cool. Kind of cultural overload, show you guys, I don't know if you guys ever heard of kimchi. It's kind of nasty, but it's kind of cabbage. I love it. It's really, really good. It's really hot, and it's super good for you. It's super healthy. So I'm excited for that. The other thing is my other side of my family, my mother's side. I'm going to show you guys maybe my little brother. If you guys didn't know, my little brother's name is also Justin. He's my stepbrother. My stepdad had a son. They named him Justin. Then my mom also had me, named me Justin. And then they met later on in life, and both of us are named Justin. So he's little Justin. I'm big Justin in the house. Or Matthew and William, depending. But so one of these days I'll have him come on. I'll show you guys my mom sometime. We'll sit down and I'll have a conversation with my mom, kind of like maybe like an interview, something like that, something cool along those lines. The other thing is, like, I've kind of been thinking about doing something along the lines of like In Between Two Ferns, where you have one of your, like I said, I wanted to have special guests, but it'd be kind of cool to have a special guest and then just kind of go off on a tangent on a certain topic about anything really, and just have a full-blown conversation with somebody and just have you guys, watch it and listen and see what you guys think. I could do it live on Facebook too, if you guys really wanted me to. College is another thing I wanted to bring up. I don't know if you guys knew this. I really, really want to go to college. I'm really, really motivated to go to college. I'm actually going to be going in the fall, or at least trying my hardest. Nothing's ever sure. Nothing ever is, for certain. So I always like to leave up that slight chance that it won't happen. But even if it doesn't, then still I'll try my hardest to do some type of online classes just to kind of get the ball rolling and get everything in motion. The other thing is tomorrow might be my last day of doing like a daily video. Like I said, I got a couple feedback from different people on the Tuesday and Friday thing. They think that's a good idea. They think it'd be kind of cool to do like a weekly episode and then like a Saturday like storytelling thing that I could just tell you a little bit about myself, or my adventures when I lived in California or Montana, Texas, Florida. I mean, there's so much I can tell you guys. Vegas, there's just millions upon millions of stories. Not really, that's an exaggeration, but there's a lot, So just fill you in on just little things about certain states that I've been to, that I've enjoyed the most. Maybe tell you a little bit about like my favorite places and favorite towns in each state that I've gone to. The other thing was I wanted to bring up about relationships. I wanted to maybe give a little bit of relationship advice that that I kind of hold dear and that I use. But the other thing about the relationships is people seem to think that relationships are a 50-50. They think that one side of the partner, the girl and the guy should share it 50-50 in comparison to like love and, general overall consensus. That's how that's how a relationship would be. It's split down the middle. But the thing is sometimes you're going to struggle with that. For example, people with bipolar, any kind of medical illness, sometimes they're a lot harder to love. Anxiety, depression, bipolar, just stuff like that. It's difficult to not only love yourself, but love your significant other on top of that. So sometimes it's not about being 50-50, sometimes it's about being 90 and 10, and just picking up the slack where your significant other can't, or even trusting your partner enough to pick up the slack where you are struggling. If you need help, I feel like your significant other should be able to help you in that aspect and, pick you up when you're down. That's the whole point of the relationship, is to have somebody to fall back on and to trust and to love. Even when you're not at your best, because that's what a relationship's about. It's, when you're not at your best, your partner should, attempt to be at theirs. So I just wanted to bring that to light, because I feel like too many people really put a lot of pressure on their significant other. Me, I know. I actually want to apologize because I know I was really bad at it. My last relationship ended quite sour, and a lot of that was on me. Because I put a lot of faith in her, and I thought that I was giving it my all, and she should have gave more, and that's not right. I'm asking for forgiveness. I'm not expecting it, but I'm sorry. It's not fair to you. I definitely definitely put a lot of faith into somebody else, and that was one of my first mistakes. So I just wanted to forgive. I'm asking for forgiveness. Same with a lot of things. Everything that I did. My actions weren't malicious. They weren't meant to hurt people. That's for friendships as well. My actions aren't malicious. If I do them, I do them out of the kindness of my heart, and either I'm looking out for myself or I'm looking out for somebody else. Know that I would never put anybody else on the line and hurt them intentionally. Too many people do that, and that's not me. That's not who I am. That's a lot of douchebagness, I guess would be a good word. But last thing I want to leave you off with is I have a book of poetry here, Robert Frost. I have like 600 pages worth of Robert Frost poetry. So I'm actually enjoying this quite a lot. I was wondering if maybe you guys would want me to share a poem out of it, maybe at the end of my video, that kind of thing. One of my favorite quotes, maybe a song to leave with you guys at the end of the day, that type of thing. But anyways, I'm gonna let you guys go. I just wanted to bring up those couple points, touch on those certain things, those certain aspects about relationships, what you should do, what you shouldn't do. Like I said, it's your life at the end of the day, though. You don't have to follow exactly what I say, but I just want to bring that up and, shed some light on that type of thing, because not a lot of people really look at relationships that way. But I'm gonna let you guys go. I'll get back to you guys probably tomorrow, honestly, just to make sure and finally, put the set schedule down of either Tuesdays, Fridays, or the daily. I'm leaning heavily towards Tuesdays and Fridays, so if you have a different input or output on whether I should do a daily or Tuesdays, Fridays, Saturday story time, Sunday story time, that type of thing, now's your last chance to really shed some input and some feedback. Otherwise, I'm just gonna go off on my own in that aspect. Also, sorry, I just gotta bring up this last bit. I was thinking about doing like album reviews for music. If you guys have an album that you want me to buy and listen to, I'd love to do that. I'm huge into music. So if you guys really wanted me to listen to a specific artist, let me know. I'll buy his album, her album, the band's album, whoever it is. Just leave whatever album it is in the comments section below. Tell me to check them out. I'll look them up. I'll tell you guys what I think about them. But anyways, I'm gonna let you guys go, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.